Hi all, welcome to HQSTU's home for beautiful BMWs. Another one on the 740. I alluded to it in an earlier video, but I'm going to do something about improving the sound system on this car, the bass response in particular. Now, this car has just got the option of hi-fi stereo. It's not DSP. The DSP option cars had subwoofers across the back parcel shelf. So if we take a look, this one has just got the one-piece parcel shelf and no speakers across the top. It's just got speakers in the back doors. So I'm going to do away with this one piece and put a two-piece in, and these just behind the headrest it's higher, which you'll see in a minute, and it houses 4 speakers across the back. They're only small speakers, but they do give some bass. In terms of the amplification, obviously my car hasn't got the amplifier that does the amplification for those speakers. It's just got a standard hi-fi amp. So I'm going to be splicing into these wires to get the rear door speaker outputs. I can either take the input or the outputs. I think that's the input side, that's the output, because the radio module that's tucked right in behind, that actually's got an amplifier in it, and it amplifies the signal for cars that aren't equipped with the amplifier, and it just goes straight to the speakers. So this amplifier has a speaker level input and a speaker level output, and we're going to tap into some of those wires. A later video will show you what I've done, and then we'll have another amplifier to drive the speakers. So let's go have a look at the ingredients. So in the garage here. So here's the ingredients. What we've got a black box for the 4 speakers, subwoofers. We've got some bare covers, 2-piece covers, and just to show you, I've got a spare cover that I've got that I'm not going to be using, but it's to show you how the existing material fades quite badly. It turns purple and then it starts to lift, and it's got this foam backing, horrible stuff. So it's not very effective just trying to glue that down, and I have tried it in the past on other cars, and then I've spray dyed the material, and it's worked to varying degrees, but ultimately it depends on how well you glued it, the material will lift again. So what I'm going to do, I've stripped back these covers. One cover, this one is for the rear blind. It goes in there and all attaches onto it, and it covers the speakers, of course. I'm going to take those into my local upholsterer. He doesn't know yet, but it's coming, and he's going to put some new material on it and recover them and glue them all down. So the speaker box, the original speakers, which are way up on top of that toolbox, are blowing. They're just disintegrated over the 20 odd years of life, and they're just completely gone. I could buy new ones at something stupid like $160 each, but that would be nuts. So that's not happening. Well, it didn't happen anyway. So what I've done is I've looked around and I've locally sourced these 5-inch woofers that are rated at 50 watts, go down to 70 hertz, and maybe should do the job. I know what you're thinking. Anything that says high quality woofer, anything that has to say high quality woofer is probably anything but they were 45 New Zealand dollars each from a local electronics supplier called J-Car in Australia, New Zealand. So what the hell, I'm going to give it a go. They're rated at 50 watts RMS. I've got a much bigger magnet than the original speakers. So the outer one just drops straight in. I will have to drill some new mounting holes, but there should be enough material for me to do that. The inner ones had a much smaller housing, so I've taken to it previously with a heat gun, and I've heated it all up, and then I've used a screwdriver, the handle of a screwdriver, to, while it's all soft, to press and mold it out to make it bigger. And it has worked, although it might have tightened up a bit since. I'll have to, once I actually install them properly, I'll have to do it again. But that'll all go in. They'll go in okay. And here's the output off the car. I bought it off. I've labelled it all so I know what's happening. So out of the amplifier in the car, I'll tap into those wires I talked about, and this is a line output converter. Converts speaker levels to line level, and these all plug into this Nakamichi amp I bought locally off the local auction site, and it's got some switches for high pass, low pass filters and level control, so I should be able to customize the output to suit. There's the speaker outputs there, power and ground, and there's a remote wire which I'll use in the car. There's a white wire going into the amplifier, which is the remote on. So that's going to mount where my CD changer used to mount. I don't have a CD changer in there now. I just have a Bluetooth thingy. So that's my plan. Those are the ingredients. I've got to get those things covered first. I've got to solder these speakers in and mount them in, and then I've got to rip into the back of the car. I've got to take the back seat out again. Took it out to do the shocks before. Back seat out to remodel the parcel shelf. So here's hoping I'm going to get some improved sound. I'm not a bloody doof person. I don't want to vibrate the boot lid, and the coffee goers at the cafe hear my boot lid as I'm going down the road. I'm not that kind of music lover, but I just want a bit more bass, a bit more bass fill in my sound, to have it sounding like my other cars which have got subwoofers. The M5 here, it's got the M audio, it's got those two bloody great big subwoofers up under the parcel tray. So I want to get this set 740 looking a bit, well, sounding a bit more like that one. So with the adjustable amplifier, I'm hoping I can do that. So a future episode will, not sure when it's going to happen, but a future episode will show you the results. Until then, or the next one, we'll see you later.